Привет, друзья, с вами снова Денвер и Mass Effect 3. И вот мы продолжаем проходить вперед. Нас ждет Примарх, который ждет не дождется, когда мы его спасем. Давай. Да, чё, говори. Ну, надо попытаться.
It's not that easy.
The Batarians took the first hit when the Reapers arrived. Not much left of them. And the Krogan have never forgiven us for the genophage.
Right. Turians sterilized them.
Solarians came up with it.
And the Krogan hate them both for it.
So they won't be joining us.
Too bad. I fought with the Krogan. They're tough sons of bitches.
Так, как нам? Не то. Да, вот, что надо. А, кстати, что это я? У остальных-то? У них целых 8 очков там. А у Гаруса целых 10. Ну вот и прекрасно. Все вперед. Сейчас, надеюсь, у нас перед носом ничего не упадет.
Okay, double time. No Reapers taking this Primarch from me.
Right behind you.
Отлично. Понеслась. Мы пришли, Матрия, как тебя там? Примарх, его все примат. О, опять эти, как их там? Синтольщики. Блин, а лупит кто-то по мне серьезно. Так, все, нужны другие патроны. Отлично, будьте сзади. Так, тут что, все или еще где? О, зверек. Тварь. А как еще назвать здорового какого-то непонятного чувака? Конечно, тварь. Ты просто утырих, вот и все. Прекрасно. Все, бегут и бегут. Ой, а в этих-то зачем стреляю? Опять? Что-то их здесь, блин, слишком до хрена стало. Этих тварей. Давай еще одну кинем. О, как пощечина такая.
grim. It's been a brutal fight for these guys.
But the tide's turning. Turn up the heat.
Хватит дохнуть. Ты вышел, блин, слишком далеко. Один сюда, другой туда.
Right away.
Он же достает. Но слабо совсем. Все, этих мы замочили, пора снова винтовку брать. И лучше пестик-пулемет. Да без разницы, главное то, что будет их гасить сильно. Ну ничего, мы хоть чуть-чуть-то продвинемся. Что-то я не понял, что это такое-то. Что я вообще взял? Что у меня в руке? Так, вот он, генерал Виктус. Тут мы больше ничего не возьмем.
General Victus.
Yes?
I'm Commander Shepard of the Normandy.
Commander. I know who you are. I can't wait to find out what brings you out here. Vicarian, where did you go?
Heavy Reaper unit on the right flank. I believe your exact words were, "Get that thing the hell off my men."
Appreciate it.
General, you're needed off planet. I've come to get you.
It will take something beyond important for me to leave my men or my Turian brothers and sisters in their fight.
Fedorian was killed. You're the new Primarch.
You're needed immediately to chair a summit and represent your people in the fight against the Reapers.
I'm Primarch of Palaven. Negotiating for the Turian hierarchy?
Yes.
I've spent my whole life in the military. I'm no diplomat. I hate diplomats.
What makes you think you're not qualified?
I'm not really a by-the-book kind of guy, and I piss people off. My family's been military since the Unification War. War is my life. It's in my bones. But that kind of passion is deceptive. Can make you seem reckless when you're anything but.
War is your resume. At a time like this, we need leaders who've been through that hell.
I like that. You're right.
And honestly, uniting these races may take as much strength as facing the Reapers. See this devastation, Primarch? Double that for Earth. I need an alliance. I need the Turian fleet.
Give me a moment to say goodbye to my men.
Without him down here, there's a good chance we lose this move.
Without him up there, there's a good chance we lose everything.
Look at that. And they want my opinion on how to stop it? Failed CSEC officer, vigilante, and I'm their expert advisor? Think you can win this thing, Shepard?
Yeah, I don't know, Garrus. But I'm sure as hell gonna give it my best shot.
I'm damn sure nobody else can do it. For whatever it's worth, I'm with you.
Welcome aboard. Are you ready, Primarch Victus?
One thing. Commander, I appreciate your need for our fleets, but I can't spare them, not while my world is burning. But if the pressure could be taken off Palaven...
That's a pretty tall order.
We need the Krogan. I can't see us winning this thing without them. get them to help us, and then we can help you.
The Krogan.
Looks like your summit just got a lot more interesting.
Have been down this road before, Commander Shepard.
But Madam Counselor, let me...
I tried to smooth things over with the Salarian Dalatrass. To say she's upset would be a monumental understatement.
Some of these issues are hundreds of years old. Time to let go.
Sad to say, but any effort to ally these disparate groups seems doomed to failure. And I'm sure you understand that we cannot afford to waste time with the Reapers knocking at our door. This must be my final word. I'm sorry, but the Asari will not be at your summit.
Our alliance would be stronger with the Krogan. You need them. We all do.
I wish you luck, Commander. Goodbye.
Commander, Admiral Hacket's available on VidCom.
Commander, have you retrieved the Primarch for your summit?
Yes, sir. But the Asari are staying on the sidelines.
They'll regret that. The time for unity is now.
The Solarians will be there, though.
You don't sound very optimistic.
We expect the Krogan will be joining us, too.
I see. Well, then you've got your hands full, Commander. Was there something else you needed to discuss?
Have you pieced together how the Reapers hit Earth?
It wasn't all that complicated, really. They surged through the relays and hit Arcturus Station before we knew what was happening. From there, it was a short jump to the Sol system. Earth didn't stand a chance.
Sending us to the Mars Archives was a good call.
Still doesn't make up for the fact that the Reapers nailed us to the wall. I sacrificed the entire Second Fleet to provide cover for the Third and the Fifth to retreat. Hell, I presided over the most devastating military defeat in human history.
How do you see us winning this war, Admiral?
By making you the tip of the spear.
I'm flattered, but the Normandy's just one ship.
And a fast one. You can move quickly, hit a target, and leave before the enemy has time to react.
It's an advantage, but can it win a war?
It's the larger principle that matters. We'll never defeat the Reapers in a full frontal assault, Shepard. So I'll find their soft spots, avoid them where they're strong, and hit them where they're not. And when I find gaps in the armor, I'll hammer them with every soldier, ship, and bullet we've got.
How long can we keep that up?
As long as it takes. The reality is, Shepard, everything I'm doing is a delaying action for you. I'm buying us time, keeping us in the game while you gather what we need for this Prothean device. So keep at it.
Has your analysis of the Prothean device turned up anything?
The R appears to be right. It's a weapon of some sort. A big one. Beyond that, we really can't say, other than it's going to be a hell of a thing to try and build.
Do you think it's risky? Building something like this when we don't even know what it does?
To be honest, the thing scares the hell out of me, but the Reapers have forced our hand. 2 centuries ago, scientists faced the same problem in the Second World War. They weren't sure what the atomic bomb might do. Some thought it could even ignite Earth's atmosphere, but they did it anyway.
Any updates on Cerberus?
They're still the wild card here. Hitting the archives on Mars suggests they're after the same thing we are. A way to defeat the Reapers.
The Elusive Man implied as much. You'd think we'd be on the same side, now more than ever.
Cerberus has never played by the rules as we know them. I don't know what their agenda is, but it has nothing to do with humanity's best interests.
The Elusive Man talked about controlling the Reapers. He seemed to think that's how we win this.
He's wrong. Dead Reapers are how we win this.
Doesn't mean he won't try.
I saw your report on that Cerberus soldier you found on Mars. If the Elusive Man is good at one thing, it's finding new ways to subvert science. It's never worked for him before, and it won't now.
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hack it out.
Великолепно. Что я тут могу сказать? Пойдем посмотрим, что у нас там с оружием. Что происходит?
What do you mean, offline?
I don't know. She's not responding, and I can't access the AI core diagnostics. You better get down to Deck 3.
Как всегда. Без кэпа никуда. Так, не туда иду.
Commander, comm systems are going haywire. Whatever's happening is centered on Deck 3.
Да я в курсе, к ядру сходим. Там еще чувиха лежала, которую мы с Марса забрали. Может, она что-то сделала.
Is everything okay?
That's what I'm gonna find out. Joker, what's that sound?
Fire extinguishers, Commander. Could be an electrical fire, or something.
I'm going in.
Проводка.
Edie, talk to me.
Is there a particular topic you wish to discuss, Shepard?
Edie?
Yes.
You're in Dr. Eva's body.
Not all of me, but I have control of it. It was not a seamless transition.
A transition? You blacked out on us for a while there.
Correct. When we brought this unit on board, I began a background process to search for its information on the Prothean device. This eventually triggered a trap. A backup power source and CPU activated, and the unit attempted physical confrontation. Fortunately, I was able to gain root access and repurpose it as I saw fit. During this process, it struggled. Thus the fire.
Edie, you need to alert us about incidents like this. You shouldn't have done this alone.
Bringing the crew up to speed would have been counterproductive. All attempts to help would have been limited by reaction time.
So if you're in there, are you still in the ship?
I exist primarily within the ship. For optimal control, this unit should remain within Normandy's broadcast or tight beam range.
Are you planning to take that body somewhere?
Normandy's weaponry is not suited to every combat situation. This platform could provide limited fire ground support.
You mean you could come with us?
Correct. This body could accompany you to areas the Normandy cannot reach.
Before we do that, I need you to guarantee this mech doesn't have any more surprises in it. Run whatever tests you can. Then we can talk about using it in combat situations.
One moment. I am running trials. Complete. I can send you a full report if you wish. However, my first step should be restoring functionality to the Normandy to reassure the crew that all is normal.
Just don't be surprised if the crew is a little wary of your new body. It was shooting at them a little while ago.
An excellent point. I will take it to the bridge. Joker will also want to see it.
On that we can agree.
Круто, это было вообще очень неожиданно. Но то, что что-то с ней связано, уже было понятно сразу. Что Чакус на это скажет?
Was that Edie who just walked by? No crew health issues to report.
Да, жестко. Ага. Так, пойдем посмотрим, там у нас какие-то улучшения мы подбирали. Может, их можно будет присобачить. Так, а где, что мы подбирали? Для снайперки. Богомол. Хреновое оружие, гадюка, богомол. Чё, пригодится? Может, мы Мстителя поставим? Это надоело мне эта хрень. Нам регулярно, блин, эта отдача заколебала. Хищник, сюрикен. Так, чё, какой пестик там? Хищник. Мститель 3. Уже это улучшение. Ну, купим его, а чё? О, как. Даже так. И сколько так можно покупать? До бесконечности. Нет, тут максимум 5 был. Во, Мститель улучшенный. Ну что ж, прекрасно. Все, пойдем дальше, там посмотрим, какие у нас дальше задания. Ясно. Так. Что я хотел там посмотреть, блин. Не то, по жнецам. Не то.
In the early 2160s, the Geth, 2 centuries, driven from their home system. The Volus are in the early 2160s, 50,000 years. A myth, the Reaper called Reaper indoctrination is the Citadel races, a myth common to...
Ну ладно, хрен с ним. Что делать будем? Личный терминал. Что тут есть? Эшли Уильямс. Все, сейчас вот и пойдем туда. Пойдем в Цитадель, короче, там решим, что делать. Где наш ретранслятор? Чешем туда. А нет, о чем мы чешем-то? Пойдем обследуем соседнюю галактику. Ой.
Signal confirmed.
Что-то нашли. Все. А что запуск сканера, если там больше нет ничего? Че его запускать-то? Все. Валим все отсюда к чертям.
Faster than light jump successful.
Что это за хрень вообще такая? Блин, а они тут как тут уже? Жнецы уже готовы постоянно здесь находиться. Блин, идите в баню, короче, валим отсюда.
Evasion successful.
Блин.
Reapers eluded.
Не получается так, блин, они постоянно нападают. То есть надо что-то типа выполнить задание, наверное, какое-нибудь и вернуться. Все, в цитадель чешем. Доктор Брайсон.
want you to match this against all known locations and update the map. Then contact the field teams for a progress report.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Commander Shepard. We've been expecting you. Just a moment. And Hadley, could you gather the Leviathan data for us? Apologies, Commander. The rest of my team is out investigating leads right now. I'm Dr. Garrett Bryson, and this is Task Force Aurora.
What's your assignment?
Our mandate is to investigate legends, rumors, old stories about the Reapers before anyone knew they existed.
That's an interesting goal. But is anyone doubting the Reapers exist these days?
The Alliance is still desperate for intelligence. Reaper motives, their operational tactics. Anything that can give us an edge.
And how did you wind up in charge?
When the rest of the galaxy says something doesn't exist, I take that as a chance to prove that it does.
So you're in it for the challenge?
For the truth. Even as late as 2148, humanity still thought aliens were a myth. That was within my lifetime. Once that myth was proven to be reality, our entire history changed.
Reapers were part of that reality too.
But even they have a history, Commander. If we could just uncover it, there may be a weakness we can exploit.
Alliance resources are stretched pretty thin. Is this really worth the time?
Just imagine if this task force had existed 3 years ago when you first discovered the Reapers. This whole war might not have happened. But now with new information we've uncovered, a breakthrough's near. Hadley, do you have the data?
No!
Чё за хрень?
This is Commander Shepard. I need C-Sec at my location, now!
You shouldn't be here. The darkness can't be breached.
Это раб очередной.
Transit records show his name is Derek Hadley. He's worked here for a couple months.
Shepard, I monitored a C-Sec alert from this location. Were you harmed?
I'm fine. But I could use your help sorting this out, Edie. Take a look through their files. I need to know what this task force was up to.
At once.
What?
Ты выстрелил, блин, в доктора.
What's happening?
You just shot your boss. He's dead. Why?
After you arrived, it was dark, cold, like I was somewhere else. That wasn't me.
Take a good look. You did that. You pulled the trigger and killed him.
No. No. I couldn't have.
Однако ты это сделал.
No! I'm not a murderer.
So someone else pulled that trigger?
But I would never do that!
Commander, this does resemble reports of indoctrination.
Indoctrination? Me?
What about that Leviathan Bryson mentioned? How does that tie in?
It's some kind of creature. Our field teams have been tracking it. That artifact came in from our researcher, Garneau. He sent an audio log if you wanna...
What's wrong?
Turn back.
What are you talking about?
The darkness cannot be breached.
Все, копыта откинул.
Get him over to the clinic. See if they can tell us what's wrong with him.
Yes, sir.
Commander, you'll want to see this. It's an outgoing message from Dr. Brayson to Admiral Hackett.
Dr. Brayson, you have an update?
Admiral, the Leviathan of Dis that we've been investigating, I think we're really onto something.
Give me the brief.
About 20 years ago, the Batarians discovered a Reaper corpse that had died in battle. They covered it up and denied it ever existed. But I'm intrigued by the larger implication.
What could have killed the Reaper in the first place?
Exactly. That's the real Leviathan.
It's worth pursuing. Continue your investigation and update me on the progress.
There is also a follow-up message from a few weeks later.
Admiral, the Reapers are shadowing my field teams as if they're hunting Leviathan themselves. Whatever it is, I believe Leviathan is nothing less than a Reaper killer. Almost an apex predator, and it has them nervous. If we could just find it, imagine the impact on the war. I'm formally requesting assistance in tracking it down.
You'll have it. This is now your top priority, Doctor. Find that thing.
It appears we were meant to be that assistance.
Anything capable of killing a Reaper could do a lot of collateral damage.
Yet given the state of this conflict, I believe the saying, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend," may be relevant.
But we won't know unless we can find it.
Bryson's assistant did say they recently received a log from their field researcher. It may yield more information.
This must be the artifact the assistant mentioned. And here's the log.
Dr. Brayson, it's Garneau. I'm sending you an artifact I found. About the only thing I found there, in fact. Maybe it's nothing, but I'd swear Leviathan came through here. I'm gonna crunch some numbers. Burn up the rest of this project travel allowance. Maybe I can project our Reaper killer's movements. I'll check in when I get to the next site.
Garneau appears to be our best lead to track Leviathan, but he does not state a destination.
Let's focus on what he does say then.
He mentioned extrapolating Leviathan's path.
And crunching numbers. He wasn't flying blind. He had data.
A significant amount of data, judging by this office.
So how do we narrow it down?
Brайson and his colleagues evidently used a galaxy map search program in their hunt for Leviathan. It may help us locate Garneau.
Does this tell us where Garneau went?
No. But we may be able to narrow down his location if we find clues he was using in his search for Leviathan.
Что это за хрень была? Что-то башка чья-то.
These are all murders in which the accused lacked a known motive and claimed memory loss.
Just like Bryson's assistant. You think Garneau was following a trail of blackout crimes?
It is possible. We need to find...
Here's the time and date chart for the crimes. Can you filter for murders where the killer claimed memory loss?
Adding the search filter, you may examine the results from the Galaxy Map program.
А тут что есть? Одни улучшения на каждом шагу валяются. Ну, туда нам рано еще пока. Ну, отсюда неплохой такой видок. Война на дворе, все куда-то вылетают. Куда летают, непонятно. Вот тут даже еще один этаж есть.
Sovereign. Hope they've got that thing shielded.
Sir, this is Brayson. We know the Reapers are after Leviathan. Studying Reaper hunting patterns could be vital to finding it.
That data is classified top secret, Dr. Brайson. If it falls into the wrong hands...
It won't. The data's encrypted. I'll keep the decryption key safe. Close to my heart.
Close to his heart. What the hell does that mean?
Не знаю, но надо узнать это дело.
The activity is encrypted, per Bryson's statement in the log.
He said he was keeping the decryption key close to his heart.
March 7th, 2186. I'm looking at the Rachni. Their movements during the Rachni Wars suggest alien influence. But the timing is wrong. And Rachni weren't implanted with Reaper tech. What if Leviathan was preparing the Rachni to fight the Reapers?
What do you think, Edie?
It is possible that Bryson's team is using ancient Rachni fleet activity to find Leviathan. If we can find data on the movement of ancient Rachni ships, it may help us narrow our search.
No.
By Anne Brayson. Age 9.
Records indicate Anne is now 28. She works for the Alliance.
Brayson was keeping the encryption key close to his heart. What's closer than family?
An interesting hypothesis. But I detect no trace of the decryption key in this... art.
Brayson was tracking unexplained creature sightings.
Brayson was not merely tracking sightings. He was attempting to extrapolate a course.
And Garneau could have been following that course. Edie, can you add a search filter for systems along that projected path?
Adding this search filter to the galaxy map.
Meteorite fragment, maybe?
He was studying it as an object of importance.
Meteorite sample. With traces of element 0. Would Leviathan need ESO?
While it is not consumed as fuel during FTL travel, element 0 will decay after several centuries of active use. If Leviathan is old enough, it would need to replenish its supplies.
Okay. Can you give me a search filter for locations with element 0?
Adding the search filter now.
Все тут уже обшарили, осталось только вот в ванну зайти. Посмотреть, блин, что он там делал. Хотя вопрос риторический.
Another piece of Anne Bryson's childhood art.
Wait a minute. Well, take a look at that.
I can use these numbers to construct a decryption key.
All right, let's get back to the data pad we found earlier.
Dr. Brайson, per your request, I'm clearing Task Force Aurora for intercepted Batarian communications regarding the Leviathan of Dis.
Commander, the Dreadnought is in custody, but the Solarians may have surveillance footage. Our ambassador will issue a full denial. Give me your preliminary analysis. Several million years old at least, and its technology outstrips anything on the Council. Excellent. Our scientists will work day and night to bring its secrets to the Agility. One concern, Commander. The real Leviathan of Dis, the thing that destroyed the ship, is still out there. Unaccounted for. Irrelevant. The ship is our priority. And as far as the rest of the galaxy is concerned, there is no Leviathan of Dis. There never was.
Alien sightings.
Based on the search results, Garneau is in one of these 5 systems. I have marked the Normandy map with possible locations. We can leave now, unless you wish to further narrow the search.
Alien sightings.
Что-то я отключил. 5 систем, я понимаю. Вот.
Blackout crimes.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Element 0 deposits.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
И все, только 5 систем. Мы точно все тут облазили. Не может быть, что 5 систем. Что-то много. Ну да ладно.
Those appear to be sightings of ships that match Rachni signatures.
Can you add a cross-reference for locations of sightings?
Adding it now.
А, вот же.
Rachni activity.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant. Decryption complete. Analyzing data. These movements do not match the standard invasion pattern. The Reapers are searching for something.
And I'll bet Garneau used this intel. Can you make a search filter for it?
Doing so now.
Reaper activity?
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Еще раз пройдемся. Что нам говорит? Левафа. Лучший источник информации Алекс Гарно. Ясно. Так, а здесь мы все вроде. Там послушали записи, все, больше ничего не будет, да? Может быть, еще какая-то зацепочка, которую мы просмотрели? Нет? Ну, вот здесь место специально еще для одной. Ну-ка.
Is this Prothean?
Yes. I believe Dr. Brайson and Liara would have had much to discuss.
Can you add a search filter for locations known to have Prothean ruins or artifacts?
Of course.
Ну вот. Во как раз, во.
Prothean artifacts.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Ну это все, наверное. Ну ладно, тогда пойдем. Все. Зайдем сейчас в больницу, поговорим с Эшли Уильямс. Она очухалась, хочет поговорить по поводу спектра.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination. One moment, please. Now arriving at Huerta Memorial Hospital.
It's completely tasteless. Gel is low, but no.
I found this metagel formula and figured you could make good use of it.
Where did you find this? Never mind, it doesn't matter. Yes, we can put this to good use. Thank you.
Ну как?
It's completely tasteless to call this place Huerta Memorial.
President Huerta died of a stroke 2 years ago, ma'am.
I think you meant to say the man was dead for an hour and a half and his political enemies piled on enough propaganda to get the hospital name changed.
He can't remember his own name without the VI in his head telling him what it is. Trust me, in this building...
А что сделать-то надо?
The Supreme Court says he's alive.
5 justices say he's alive. 2 of them appointed by him. The name is what it is.
It's completely tasteless to call this place Huerta Memorial.
President Huerta died of a stroke 2 years ago, ma'am.
Having a VI drive your body isn't life. Are Reaper husks alive?
You did not just say that.
But it's the same thing, isn't it? He walks and makes noises just like they do.
Fine. I guess I'm just surrounded by...
Welcome to
Снабжение Сирта.
Thanks. Took her long enough to get the hint.
Thank you for coming to Sirta. How can we help you?
Все вроде.
Thank you for shopping.
Открывай.
Yes, I'm trying to place a call to Grayson Academy. They have biotic amp interfaces.
I'd like an answer, Lieutenant Commander. The galaxy has need of exceptional soldiers like you, now more than ever.
I still need time. You'll have my answer soon, I promise.
I look forward to it. Shepard?
Udina, I got your email. Made your decision yet?
On becoming a Spectre? Not yet. It's an honor and all. But I don't know. I need to think about it some more.
It's a big decision. Smart to give it some thought. How are you doing?
Good, considering. The nurse said you checked in on me earlier. Still out cold, I guess.
We didn't have time to talk. I thought maybe if you were up for it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure you wanted to. You were pretty clear on Mars about where things stood.
What do you mean?
You're not a part of Cerberus anymore. Case closed. Full stop.
It's the truth.
Okay. You cut all ties. I accept that. It's just that if you're giving the orders, I need to be able to count on you.
That works both ways. It's a damn mess out there. All we've got is the people around us. We have to trust each other or this doesn't work. Deal?
Deal.
When you're back on your feet, we'll talk some more.
Я не буду никакие романы крутить.
There's one more thing. I wasn't sure if I should mention it.
What is it?
I have family back on Earth. I haven't heard from them. It's making me crazy. But I know you're busy, Shepard. We can talk later.
I've got time to talk. So, what's all this Lieutenant Commander business?
Seems like the old Williams curse is losing its grip. Was sure I'd top out at gunnery, Chief.
You've worked hard. You deserve it. Right now, we need you back on your feet.
I'll be back. And first order of business is to shove their metal tentacles right up there. I'll fight with honor and courage, sir.
Roger that, LC. I didn't hear from you while I was a guest of the Alliance.
I couldn't face you, even when Anderson requested my presence. It was difficult.
It's okay. We're both professionals. We have more important things to worry about.
You're right. I'm just restless, laying here, doing nothing.
Who's back on Earth?
Mom plus my 3 sisters. The youngest, Sarah, was away on her honeymoon. Married a military man, Thomas. He got called back in and she was stuck alone. She called me. It's been pretty tough.
I imagine.
I was always there to protect them growing up. Even when I was off on tour, they knew they could talk to me. I told her to come to the Citadel. We could wait for news together.
We can't afford to be at each other's throats. If we plan on getting through this, we need to trust each other.
I was trying to keep the family stuff to myself, to be professional. I don't know how you managed to keep it all together.
I have my moments, believe me.
You know, I'm glad to hear it.
Have you heard anything about Earth?
We have reports coming all the time on what's going on. Half are wild speculation, and half are probably too optimistic to be true.
We have to believe that we can do something.
When I thought you were dead, I lost hope. I'm telling you. But when you came back, I was ready to believe anything. I mean, maybe this problem can't be solved by some grunt shooting the boogeyman in the face. But if you think it might help, I'm game.
That sounds more like the Ash I know. I should get back to it. Take care of yourself.
Will do, Commander.
Listen to me, those prototypes are vital. We need these biotic upgrades to fight the Reapers.
You can replace my leg, right?
Yes. But clone tissue replacement takes months. You'll need a prosthetic.
Так, ну что там у нас дальше? Надо в бар заглянуть, там с нами кто-то поболтать хотел. Прям что-нибудь положили бы, какую-нибудь ерунду мелкую. Ладно, идем, все.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination. One moment, please. Now arriving at Ward level, Purgatory.
Ну, тут музон.
Cerberus bastards had us. Assholes.
Hey, you ready to get this party started?
С кем тут поговорить-то надо? Сейчас я уже и завод.
So you admit you and your thugs are here illegally?
Yes, and it only took C-Sec 3 weeks to figure
Все
it out.
точно.
I don't care who you are. You're required to go through processing like all other refugees. Come with me.
I don't think so. Shirk, get me the Asari consular.
Greetings, Aria. Is there something you need?
I'm being asked to submit to immigration processing.
Of course you are. Done. What else can I do for you?
Nothing. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I think we're done here.
Enjoy the show, Shepard?
I guess there's one rule on the Citadel, huh?
I guess so. I hate this place. So sickeningly uptight.
Then why are you here?
Cerberus stole Omega from me. The elusive man is now squarely at the top of my ship list. He will pay for every second I've spent in this bureaucratic hellhole.
How did Cerberus defeat you?
Deceit, distraction, and a big fucking army. They lured me away from Omega and ambushed me. I escaped, but Cerberus had already laid siege. By the time I could launch an assault, they were too entrenched.
At least you escaped to fight another day.
And that day is coming. I'll take Omega back, but I'll get to that. You're here because I have a proposition.
I'm listening.
The way I see it, if you don't defeat the Reapers, we're all dead. Won't matter where I'm sitting. It's in my interest to help you.
What are you offering, Aria?
On Omega, I kept the Blood Pack, Blue Suns, and Eclipse in check. Now they're running amok. Nobody wants that. Unite them under my rule, and you'll have a powerful and ruthless force for your war. I've laid the groundwork with all three groups. I just need you to close the deals.
Give a criminal a gun, he'll shoot you in the back.
They already have guns, Shepard. I'll make sure they point them at the Reapers. I'm trying to help you. Why don't you think it over? Meet with Gnarl, my agent who's dealing with the Blood Pack. The Blue Suns leader is incognito here on the Citadel. He'll be expecting you. And I already have a deal with Jonas Sidaris, the Eclipse leader. You just have to get your friend, Commander Bailey, to let her out of jail.
You obviously don't know Bailey very well.
Bailey respects you. Lean on him. I think a united force of professional mercs is worth it. Don't you? It's always a pleasure, Shepard. Let me know if you want to talk later.
Ну вот новое задание здесь все нашли. Круто. Чё? Считаю это самым потрясающим моментом и подходящим для того, чтобы объявить перерыв. Продолжим, увидимся в следующей серии. Счастливой удачи во всем, берегите себя.